stand by for action.
Thanks, gentlemen. My name is Dave Milner. I am the Unpleasant Blind Guy, and I want to welcome you to part 2 of this episode of the Unpleasant Blind Guy on EDL Radio. Now remember, if you want to contact me with comments, questions, show suggestions, Awesome American suggestions, I'm available at UBG Contact on Twitter, or I can also be found as Dave Milner or Agador, that's Aggedor, on Mublet, the Tea Party Community, Spreely, Minds, MeWe, or Gab. Now let's begin. And welcome back to the English Defense League radio show with your host, Jeff Electric Spider Mitchell.
That's it, Dave. Well, it was a pretty scary experience. But yeah, it's getting some great comments in the chat, I think, and a couple of people said hello to you, Dave.
Hey, folks, welcome.
Because I let them know that we broadcast from New York, so just to let them know where we are actually broadcasting from. That's why I say we did the numbers. But also, I've got to give Gary another big thanks for helping this evening with some of these great people to join us in the chat this evening. We did have.
Oh yeah.
If you want to call back. If you want to call back, I mean, if they're ringing from the UK, say, Dave, a few people do.
Yeah.
They could be concerned about hanging on, sort of on the phone too long. But if you want to call again, we're here, we're ready, and we're willing and able to take your call. If you want to call back, be appreciated. So, anyway,
yeah, that's
Dave.
right. Jeff is willing. Jeff is willing, ladies. Just remember, Andy's saying, brother.
Well, the mind's willing.
Well, there you are, man. There you are, man. That's all you need. Now, Jeff, I handed Jeff an audio that I put together from, now this is various points and parts from the demonstration yesterday. And this was done by James Goddard. And yeah, it's pretty good audio, guys. It's about, as I can recall, I want to say it's about 8 or 9 minutes long. All right, and we had a little bit of trouble getting stuff in the studio, but I did give the link to Jeff. And Jeff, if you want to try and open up that link and let people hear this audio through your phone, I will tell people that the refined version of the show. When I get it in on and it plays on the 24th of August, it will have this on it as well. But Jeff's going to run this through his phone so that you guys can hear some of these some of the sounds of and speeches and things from that demonstration. Jeff, if you want to cue that up and get it ready.
Before I do, Dave, do I open? Oh, hang on, Saints restarting. Oh my goodness me, Dave. I think you better. My computer, I think, starting to play. Hang on. It's telling me it's trying to restart. I don't know what's happening there, but I'm sorry. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting a few issues. So, if you could carry on just a minute. I don't know what's happening, but it's just rebooting or restarting.
Sure.
And I didn't see it come. I didn't get a warning or anything. It's just unfortunately happened. But I'm so sorry, Dave. I just need to let this do what it's got to do.
Well, of course, yeah. Windows 10, Windows 10 does that, man. It always likes to surprise us, and Jeff, it's perfectly okay, man. When you're back up, we'll go ahead and run that because it was a good demonstration, and there were some good speeches and things of that nature in there, it was again, the press treatment of it was just diabolical. But again, this is something that we know happened. It always happens with the press, with the media. It's just silly. Now,
all I'm going to say, Dave, is what you saw yesterday in Manchester is just the start of things. Next Saturday, the 3rd of August, is going to be the big one. London.
There you are,
no one's set a date yet for it, but this is the big one. And we, as I say, the movement will continue to be proactive and be doing these sort of demonstrations, and it will continue until they let an innocent man out of prison, because that is what Tommy Robinson is. He's a journalist, and the first journalist that's been in prison for over 100 years. And it was disgusting. It was disgusting that they did that to this young man. For speaking out, for doing what journalists are supposed to do, report on these perverted, low-life scumbags, what they are. You get thrown into prison because you report on it. Because you're reporting it was already in the public domain, these people's names. The BBC, why ain't they doing time? Why aren't they doing the same time as Tommy? Because they're the ones who put it out there.
Exactly. I got that noise off of Twitter's. I posted something about it, and this individual on Twitter said, "Well, he broke the law, and now he's in prison." And I said, "Well, fine. Okay, if they want to twist the law around like a pretzel and make this something worth sending him to prison for, why isn't he being joined right now by, again, all these other reporters, all these BBC people, all these Antifa people? That they ought to have to build an extra wing onto that prison to house all the people.
If they can throw people into prison, they should throw everybody into prison. Everybody broke what the judgment was supposed to be on Tommy, and that was the whole of the BBC. There was other people involved. So let's see if justice will be served on them, because Tommy wouldn't have said anything if he thought there was reporting restrictions. He knows what it's all about. He's not a silly man, never has been, and he made sure. He even took a course. He took a course on how to do things in a proper way. He's a very intelligent man, so you knew this was one big setup. Just because his name's Tommy Robinson, nothing more, nothing less.
Selective prosecution,
his name
Jeff.
is Mr. Tommy Robinson, and that's
Selective
what scares the
Jeff.
life.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dave.
No. I'm just saying, selective prosecution. You know what, brother? I've got a little something I think will make you feel better. I know it gives me a little bit of a chuckle because they go after President Trump just like they go after Tommy Robinson. And, folks, Jeff is a fan of President Trump. I support him anyway.
Yes.
I support President Trump. This here is while Jeff's computer is coming back up, I thought I'd run this. Now, folks at home, if you have kids in the room, you may want to cover their ears or send them out of the room for just about 3 minutes. Okay, Jeff, if you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and play this while your system comes up. Okay, you ready for this, brother?
Yeah, go for it, Dave.
This is a little something from my side of the pond. Now, I by the way, folks, for the new listeners, am in Burlington, Vermont, but this comes from a little bit south of me. This actually does come from New York. So check this guy out, folks. This is the guy talking about President Trump and the wall. Here we go.
Fred Rubino here. My cousin Vito just called me. He said, "Did you hear the government closed? Government closed down." I said, "What?" He says, "Yeah." He goes, "Listen, we should start our own government." I said, "You can't start your own government." He goes, "Why?" He goes, "One business closes, another business opens. It's the American way." I'm like, "But what do you know about the government? How are you going to run your own government?" He says, "Listen, everybody wants a wall, right?" He goes, "Who builds walls better than me?" I said, "Nobody builds a wall better than Vito." He says, "Listen, I got a guy in the Bronx gives me cinder blocks half price." He says, "My other cousin's a delegate for the concrete union. I'll have a wall up in 3 months. Tiled, a little Coppa de Monte on it. Beautiful. I said, all right, that sounds good. I said, but what are you going to do? You got the government, a lot of people depend on it. How about welfare? You going to pay those people? Oh, what welfare? I got 1,000 miles of wall to build. You want a job? Come to the wall. I said, all right, I like that so far. I like it. I said, but listen, what about all these illegal aliens? What are you going to do with them? He goes, man, throw them over the fucking wall. That's where they were from. Just send them home. I said, all right. I said, well, what about all these dreamers, the DACA kids? You know, they're here, they want to stay. He says, listen, you're a kid. You're sneaking to the movie theater, right? You don't belong there. You didn't pay. And you're sitting down, you're eating jujubes, you're eating popcorn, and 3/4 of the movie's over. They catch you and they throw you out. Well, you going to sue the movie theater because you didn't finish your jujubes. Be happy that you got to watch 3/4 of the movie. A lot of kids don't get any popcorn. You had a good run, and keep your mouth shut and go back. All right, I said, but listen. You know, the government pays for a lot of jails. You know, jails are full of murderers and rapists and pedophiles. You know, throw them over the fucking wall. You're like, Vito, they're going to sue you. People like Chuck Schumer are going to come after you and say, you can't just throw people over the wall. It's inhumane. He said, listen, if fucking jail is better than Mexico, then we fucking need 2 walls. And Chuck Schumer, throw him over the fucking wall. I said, you know what? I'm in. I'm with Vito. From now on, we do the Vito government, and this country will be better than ever before. Freddie Rubino here. Talk to you later. Vote for Vito.
There you go, Jeff.
Right over the fucking wall.
There you go.
Nancy Pelosi, throw over the fucking wall.
Yeah. I gotta confess,
well,
I love that.
I hope the children. I hope you got the children with their fingers in their ears, ladies and gentlemen. It was a little bit expletive, but I think it made a point. It made us laugh anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can bring the kids back in, folks. It's over.
You can bring the cat back as well, and the dogs.
Yeah, I mean, it is. Yeah, I mean, it's good stuff. It is. But listen, on this program, we like to have a laugh. Jeff likes to have a laugh, and so do I. And sometimes it gets a little bit rough, but we are mindful of sensibilities and everything. We try to warn people ahead of time. But Jeff,
anybody that's unpolitically correct, we say don't come here. You know, we are unpolitically incorrect, and we like it. We like who we are, and we're not going to act anyway just to so that make the left-wing narrative them happy. Well, we don't do things like that, do we? Do we, Dave? We don't do things like that. Never done, have we?
No, we don't. You know what, Jeff? You know what I say about them, Jeff? I say throw them over the wall. You know. Yeah, exactly. Now, brother, do you have your computer back up now?
No, it's just coming up with a procedure, leading innovation thing. So I'm still, unfortunately, my apologies to all our new listeners.
No problem, man.
If things are going to go wrong, and you get Windows sort of new update come on and unexpectedly. But Dave, if you can just hold the thought a little bit longer for me.
Yeah, no, man. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, now I would I'd like to do something. I haven't done this in a while, and if I can find it here, because we do have some audios in the studio, okay. And this is one I did some time back. Because a lot of you guys, the new listeners, may be wondering, well, what's an American doing being a wingman for a guy doing a show about stuff going on in the UK? As a matter of fact, folks, years back, I had a friend not yell this at me, but scream this at me when I was telling him about the problems with Islam going on in the UK. He said, "Who cares? It's England." Okay, and I said, well, you should care, dude, because it's there now. It'll be here next, and it is here. If you guys are following the news, you see Omar and all these other freaks up in Congress now. They've got Omar on sensitive committees where she has access to national security secrets. Okay, if you think it's not over here in our face now, then you're not paying attention. Okay, so that's why years ago I hooked up with Jeff and with the rest of the EDL radio team to do this, and because what they wanted to do, the mission statement. Go to the EDL webpage, guys. If you want to read the mission statement, read that. You go to www.englishdefenseleague.org.uk. You're going to read the mission statement, all right? And in that mission statement, folks, you're going to read what the EDL is all about, and it resonates just like something written by American patriots. Anyway, guys, I made this little thing. Jeff, if you don't mind, I'll play this. It's 1.5 minutes long.
Yes, please, Dave.
All right, okay, guys.
You're
listening to the English Defense League radio show.
Dedication from American Friends of the English Defense League. Adapted from President Abraham Lincoln's message to Congress, concluding remarks, Washington, D.C., December the 1st, 1862. Fellow citizens, we cannot escape history. We will be remembered in spite of ourselves. No personal significance or insignificance can spare one or another of us. The fiery trial through which we pass will light us down in honor or dishonor to the latest generation. We say we are for life. The world will not forget that we say this. We know how to save life. The world knows we do know how to save it. We, even we here, hold the power and bear the responsibility. In giving freedom to the slave, we assure freedom to the free. Honorable alike in what we give and what we preserve, we shall nobly save or meanly lose the last best hope for earth. The way is plain, peaceful, generous, just. A way which, if followed, the world will forever applaud, and God must forever bless.
There you go. It's been a while since I played that, brother.
I Dave, that what you did, I'll never forget that, and I think I saluted you for that amazing thing that you put together. It was really, and it resonates today. It resonates today, even though you played it a while. It still has that feel that that's where we are. Our goals are plain to see. Is what we fight for, what we strive for, is about liberty, freedom. And, at this moment in time, we're experiencing oppression in this great country of ours, this once great United Kingdom. But once again, I will say to everybody out there that our days are not over yet. The days of the fight back has only just begun. There'll be obstacles in front of us, but we will prevail. You know why? Because we're a righteous cause, and the righteous cause and the righteous people will always prevail over the darkness and the evil out there, what we see. The things that we see and experiencing now, the fight, the battle will be hard. It'll be a long struggle, but in the end, as it says in the good Bible, we will prevail.
That we will, Jeff. That we will.
Dave. I was just inspired by your fine words, brother.
Well, you guys inspire me. I mean, patriots inspire me. And people, if you don't know this, and you should, you'll find this out if you listen to people like Usama Dakdok, or the many other people, like Ken McClinton over at the Exceptional Conservative Network. There are patriots all over this planet, marching in their hundreds and thousands and sometimes tens of thousands that are all working to do things that like free people from the tyranny of Islam. Now, Jeff, if you would like to call back in, I know it's I think it's probably past your time to call back in. I've got a short tune that I'll play while you do that. It kind of reminds me of your adventures on Thursday. If you want to call back in, brother, I can cover you.
I'm just going to wait for this to upload. It's got 27%, but I will call back in a minute. And even if I go over a little bit, I just want to make sure that I'm able to call back and sitting by your side. So I don't want you to be out there because I might totally mess up and you know. But sorry, ladies and gentlemen, this is something I wasn't expecting. But it always happens, Dave. The unexpected when you're doing a live radio show.
Man.
Somewhere down the lines, we're going to get, your computer's shutting down. And you didn't even get a message to say it's going to do it. It just happens.
It's kind of like a lady who, how can we put this? Who says
one-liners like to check the door.
Who says, yeah, okay, I'm out the door. Well, why are you out the door? Well, you know why. She's gone, and you're sitting there holding nothing, and you're like, hey, what just happened? So, I mean, that's
something like that,
yeah, exactly. Well, Jeff, I do have another thing to play in here. Again, this is to help bring new listeners up to speed. I've got this to play, and also I've got some other information that's very important for people. If you'd like, I'm going to go ahead and read this off, brother. This here is.
That's appreciated, Dave. As I say,
yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm still waiting for this to compute
update
itself.
No problem. Just holler at me when it's done. Now, what we are talking about the demonstration for Tommy Robinson that happened on Saturday. That's our main focus right now. But I want to tell you guys, while just waiting on his computer to come back up, this is how you can send a snail mail to Tommy Robinson while he is in prison. Okay, you can use the info that I'm going to give you, or you can use the link that I'm going to give you after that, and quoting his name and prison number. All right, his name. Now I know this may shock some of you guys, unless you've read a newspaper in the UK. The name you need to use is Stephen Yaxley Lennon. That's STEPHEN YAXLEY, a space, no dash, then LENNON. All right, and his prison number is A2084CG. That's A as in Alpha, 2084, C as in Charlie, our executive producer, and G as in golf. Okay, A2084CG. That's his prison number. Now, he's being held at HMP Belmarsh. HMP stands for Her Majesty's Prison. And that's BELMARSH, by the way. That's on Western Way, Thamesmead. Now, for you Americans, that's spelled THAMESMEAD. All right? In London. And the postal code for that, or in the United States, you'd call it a zip code, is SE280EB. S is in Sierra, E is in Echo, 280, E is in Echo, B is in Bravo. Now, you can use that to send him a paper letter. As Jeff has pointed out himself, that really helps Tommy Robinson to spend his time. He loves to read his letters. We know that he really appreciates when he gets those, and they help him spend the time. But if you want to send him an email, it's going to cost you 40p in the UK, and that's less than $1 here in the United States. And listen, don't grumble, guys. You're going to spend more on postage sending him a paper letter. But if you do want to send him an email, all right, send it to this link, and you'll have to register on this page and everything, and then you can send him the mail. https://www.emailaprisoner.com, and you can get right in there and you can send him an email. So that's a way to get hold of Tommy Robinson.
And that is it for this time. Next time, part 3.
I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for listening, and may your God go with you. Goodbye.
The Unpleasant Blind Guy is copyright 2019. Anno Domini. Now for Dave's Canes. Extras that help you navigate the new media world.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Hey, this is Michael Wright.
And I'm Shannon Wright.
Join us for The Right Way with Shannon and Mike, Monday through Thursday from 7 to 9 a.m. right here on SHR Media.
Why are they joining us?
For fun things like sports, politics.
Oh, maybe some news and entertainment?
And all kinds of other things.
Money and recipes and events, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, so join us Monday through Thursday, 7 to 9 a.m. here on shrmedia.com.
From a public locker inside a dilapidated Long Island rail station comes a show designed to piss off liberals using truth, facts, and ridicule. The Lid Radio Show, featuring the conservative voice from the People's Republic of New York, the Lid himself, Jeff Dunitz. Tune in every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific on the SHR Media Network. Go to shrmedia.com. At Lid Radio, we fight for the truth, justice, and a good kosher T-bone. If you don't listen, Hillary Clinton might sneak into your bedroom in her housecoat late at night and blame you for her election loss. It's the Lid Radio Show with Jeff Dunitz.
It's your business diva here, Melanie Collette. I am inviting you to a front row seat as I discuss some of the most intriguing details of wealth and finance with today's movers and shakers in the world of business. Listen in and discover financial truths on a global, domestic, and household scale. Uncover topics that will impact your wallet today and in the future. Money Talk with Melanie airs Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. East, 2 p.m. West, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Talk Radio. You can't afford to miss it.
The new show on the SHR Media Network, Sackheads Against Tyranny. On shrmedia.com. Go there quick like a bunny, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific every Wednesday. Live and direct on the SHR Media Network. shrmedia.com. Be there.
Broadcasting behind enemy lines in occupied California, a mere 2 miles from the state capitol, the bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon Radio Show can be heard every Tuesday and Thursday night at 8 p.m. Pacific and 11 p.m. Eastern, only on the SHR Media Network. Go to shrmedia.com to listen. You can also watch on the SHR Media Facebook page and the SHR Media YouTube channel. No goldfish were abused in the making of this ad.
Hey girls, Carry Girl Gear is here. More and more women every day are concealed carrying, participating in competitive shooting, and getting firearms training. It's not a boys' club anymore, and we don't have to shop in their stores anymore either. Finally, a cool and unique clothing line just for women. Dope tees and hats for the patriotic concealed carry and 2A girl. So what are you waiting for? Go check out carrygirlgear.com today.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.